Center Saint Studios is proud to be sponsored by Quality Reynolds. For beds, couches, TVs, and more, all your furniture needs at Quality Reynolds. David Marvell here, your Center Saint, here with my review on NXT Takeover Phoenix. I actually took notes this time, so let's get into it. We open with War Raiders versus the Undisputed Era. Now, talk about starting a show hot, man. This was great. The crowd was eating this up. War chants through the entire building. And on a personal note, being that the War Raiders won the NXT Tag Team Championships, Raymond Rowe, congratulations. I knew you were a star since I was 13 years old, and now you're where you should be. Congratulations, buddy. Yeah, that's personal message to him. Doubt I'll ever see it, but still. The play-by-play for the tag match was actually extremely well. They really put over War Raiders as this fast-paced bruiser team, and the one thing I love about the War Raiders is they know how to sell without giving too much, without making themselves look too weak. They know how to look strong, but be, the guy slips from behind or something like that. They outspeed them or something. They never seem like just big brutes. They seem very intelligent. Plus, the Viking gimmick, over like Rover. Can't say anything about that. Say more about that, sorry. Next, we had Matt Riddle versus Cassius Ohno, and this match just does not entertain me. It didn't entertain me at the last takeover with the squash. It doesn't entertain me now, especially since Matt Riddle now has beaten Cassius Ohno 3 times, and at that point, what else are you going to do with him? So yeah, the play-by-play for this, they were really putting over their nicknames, and that stuff just annoys me when they're trying to drill home for them. Let the fans grow to it organically. Don't force it. So the play-by-play was bad. The crowd didn't seem into it. There was some pops, yeah, but definitely was in the right position as the cool-down match between War Raiders and the North American title match, which is the one we're going into right now, which is Ricochet defending against Johnny Gargano. Johnny Wrestling, the King of Cleveland, as I knew him back in the day when I would go to shows like AIW and stuff like that out in Cleveland. He would be there mainly as one of the top guys, so it's no surprise that he's getting his chance now to step up on a bigger stage. Plus, everybody's been loving Johnny's work, so. But I will say the crowd for this, and I have this right here, the crowd was it was like a New Japan crowd, very Japanese, very slow to get going. But once Ricochet and Gargano found the groove, the crowd really got into it. The play-by-play was stellar on this, very good. There was no overdoing of nicknames or anything like that. They just called the match for what it was. And I will say, I really like the announce team for takeovers. Could we just get them for everything? Because they make me care. So, alright, what else we got here? So the North American title, Ricochet versus Johnny Gargano. Very well done match, very hard hitting. Yeah, there was one or two moments where I can see it a lot where guys are waiting there to catch him, and I hate it when I can spot those, because I feel like if I can spot those, then yeah, everyone else can. So, but when you do the stuff like Ricochet does, you kind of need to catch him. So I guess I can give him a break on that. But so yeah, I guess I got to give him a break on that one. But Johnny getting the the North American title, Again, another guy I grew up watching in the Pittsburgh, Cleveland area since I was about 13, 14 years old. So to see him again, another person elevated to that level, it's unbelievable to me. My mind is blown in a way. After that, we had the women's title, which was Shayna Baszler defending against Bianca Belair. I hope I said that right. If I didn't, I apologize, but as you can tell, yeah. I wouldn't know how to talk right now. It's late, but Bianca Belair versus Shayna Baszler for the NXT Women's title. Bianca is over like Rover by the end of this match. Like, the crowd ate it up by the end of it. I felt like they were a little slow getting into it because, excuse me, of all the great stuff that's been happening so far, but they really brought it home near the end there and really got the crowd back. The play-by-play was very good, and I will say this, Shayna Baszler could kill me. Straight up. Like, I'd be powerless to stop her. She scares me. But I guess that's a good sign. We got, for the main event here, we got Aleister Black versus Tommaso Ciampa. And I'm a huge fan of Ciampa's work since Ring of Honor. So again, to see him as NXT champion, love it. Love his work so far as NXT champion. The psychology in this match, and I again wrote it right here specifically to remember to bring it up, but the great story they told in this main event, man, with him working over out Black's leg, completely rendering his fade to Black useless for most of the match, then out of nowhere hitting it in this, one of the greatest like near fall situations I've ever seen, where he hits it, collapses to the ground as he tries to reach for the pin. He just puts his hand over as Ciampa rolls. Like, oh my gosh, that beautiful storytelling, and God, it reminds me why I love this sport. I love the storytelling, and right there's a great example of it. Ciampa, after this brutal match, pulls out the victory, retains the title, breaks the streak of Aleister Black. Is now 7-1. Fade to Black, no pun intended. Overall, I thought this show was very, very good. Very tight, not a whole lot of fat, which I like. I was very upset with the Riddle stuff last time, so I'm glad to see that they didn't give us another one of those. Though I did feel the Cassius Ohno match could have been about 2 minutes shorter and no one would have been offended. Overall, I'll give it a very, very high B+ grade. Tell me what you think in the comments below. Remember to subscribe, ring the bell so you never miss a video, and I'll see you guys in the next video, whatever we decide to make. Peace!